The world teaches limitation. It conditions people to operate within narrow boundaries, bound by physical effort alone, as if reality were nothing more than a rigid external force. But manifestation, true manifestation, demands more than action. It requires alignment, synchronization across all dimensions of existence. The God arc is not just a lofty state of enlightenment, nor is it a seasonal practice of discipline and effort. It is the mastery of perception, the ability to step beyond the third-dimensional constraints and command reality at its core. Most remain trapped in what can be called the winter arc, a state where only one plane of existence is prioritized, the physical. Some strive relentlessly, pushing their bodies through rigorous routines, hoping that sheer force alone will sculpt their lives. Others immerse themselves solely in mental affirmations, believing words alone will reshape their world. And then there are those who lose themselves in spiritual escapism, mistaking passive belief for transformation. But power does not lie in separation. It emerges from the fusion of mind, body, and spirit, triad that must be harmonized to unlock the highest state of creation. To enter the God arc, perception must shift. The physical world, as convincing as it appears, is an illusion, a mirage shaped by limited sensory input. The eyes see a fraction of reality. The mind interprets experience based on conditioning, distorting truth. Operating only from the physical plane is like fighting shadows, trying to alter reflections in a mirror without moving the source. The true architect of reality lies beyond what is seen. Action, while necessary, is the lowest degree of consciousness. Society glorifies effort, praises business, and conditions individuals to believe that success is a matter of sheer willpower. Yet the most disciplined struggle. The hardest workers often remain stuck. Why? Because action is merely an effect. It cannot alter its own cause. Think of reality as a river. Swimming harder against the current will only lead to exhaustion. The flow remains unchanged until the source is redirected. The physical plane is the realm of effect, meaning that changing circumstances through action alone is like trying to stop the wind by grabbing the air. The shift must begin higher, on the mental and spiritual levels. What is done physically is the final manifestation of what has already been set in motion internally. Many chase external validation, mistaking movement for progress. They try to force their way into success, into wealth, into relationships, ignoring the simple truth. You do not create what you chase. You create what you are. The inner world dictates the outer. When frequency changes, action becomes effortless. Right action is never forced. It flows naturally as a reflection of alignment. The greatest shifts happen when the mind and spirit are arranged in harmony, allowing action to be the final stroke of an already completed masterpiece. Reality is not rigid. It is malleable, like clay waiting for the sculptor's hands. What appears solid is merely frozen imagination, a manifestation of past thoughts and beliefs. Every object, structure, or system that exists was first conceived in someone's mind. The world is not separate from thought. It is thought materialized. Look beyond appearances. A car, a building, a smartphone. None of these things emerged from nowhere. They were first envisioned, refined mentally, then given form through action. The mistake most make is believing in the permanence of what already exists, rather than recognizing it as a mere reflection of past consciousness. When perception shifts to see everything as a construct of thought, the ability to shape reality becomes limitless. Imagine standing before a frozen lake. The surface seems solid, unchangeable. Yet heat can melt it, motion can shatter it, and time can reshape it. Reality functions the same way. When the mind is locked in habitual perception, life appears fixed. When awareness expands, the ability to mold existence becomes second nature. To unlock the God arc, one must stop seeing the world as an external force and begin recognizing it as an extension of inner consciousness. Master the unseen, and the seen will follow. Perception does not end with objects and events. It extends to people. Every interaction, every face seen, every conversation engaged in is a mirror reflecting back an aspect of self. Humanity is a network of consciousness where each individual serves as a different expression of the same divine force. God wears many masks, and each person encountered is a reflection of the divine. Most move through life feeling disconnected, perceiving others as separate entities, strangers, or even obstacles. Yet there is no other. Separation is an illusion. The way others are perceived is simply an extension of inner perception. Those who seem hostile, indifferent, or unapproachable are merely embodying frequencies already resonating within. The world does not respond to words alone. It reacts to vibrational states. When one sees divinity in others, others will see divinity in return. Christ's message was never about external worship. It was about recognizing unity. The golden rule is not just ethical advice. It is the very mechanism of reality. Treating others with reverence and respect is not about morality alone. It is about aligning with the universal truth that what is given is always reflected back. To see God in oneself, one must first see God in the world. Reality does not operate on chance. Every experience, condition, or obstacle is the result of internal causes. Most attempt to change the effect, overlooking the source. The world does not change by force. It shifts when the underlying energy that created it is transformed. To alter life, attention must be redirected from external struggles to internal mastery. Consider a tree. Its leaves may wither, its branches may twist, but cutting them away does nothing if the roots remain unchanged. The mind functions the same way. External struggles are symptoms, but their roots lie in beliefs, emotions, and identity. The only lasting transformation occurs when the inner foundation is restructured. Time is another illusion that traps people in limitation. Those who wait for circumstances to improve, for success to arrive, for conditions to align, remain trapped in stagnation. The desired future is not something distant. It already exists in the higher planes. When one fully embodies that reality internally, the external will mirror it. The secret is to stop waiting, stop chasing, and start being. Entering the God arc is not about struggle. It is not about waiting for signs, permission, or external validation. It is the realization that the power to shape existence has always been within, waiting to be claimed. To unlock it, one must align thought, belief, and awareness. To transcend the illusions that keep reality frozen, move beyond the illusion, step into mastery, and reality will bend accordingly.